Late night TV has never been so low. Jimmy Kimmel has finally gone so nuts that one has to wonder if he's best served with cashews on a short plane flight. There's a real flight, though, out of advertising. The commercial makers are sad because the comedians are mad that Orange Man Bad is back again. And Jimmy Kimmel, well, he's completely unhinged. By the end of this video, you'll see why he cannot get a win as he continues to attack Elon and Zuckerberg.
Finally, we're going to work with President Trump to push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more.
We call it the old suck and zuck.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel that continues to bring you the news in a way that you simply will not find anywhere else. A focus on entertainment, yes, indeed. We're happy that you are here with us, where the only thing we need is a click of a like button from you. We're coming to you from somewhere sunny USA, and folks, many of you may have just found the channel with the video that exploded yesterday as we covered the exploding fires in Los Angeles, where people are discovering the already exploded incompetence of those leaders over there. But folks, don't worry, we continue to bring the kind of content that opens eyes and perhaps even hearts to discovering how we can go in a better direction. Today, we're doing just that with late night TV. As we get started, folks, again, click the like button, and here we go. We're over on the Daily Beast. Now, why would we go to the Daily Beast? Don't leave the video yet, folks. Don't leave it. We're here to see what the crazies and the zanies are saying about it. We want you to know what they're saying on that side. This is by Michael Boyle, and this one might make your blood boil. Jimmy Kimmel rips Mark Zuckerberg's embarrassing MAGA makeover. We're going to have the video. Don't go anywhere. We'll have the video. We'll play the whole video. I just want you to see what the Daily Beast is saying about it. Says he also mocked Elon Musk for the growing rumors that Trump's annoyed with him. Take a look at old Jimmy there. I'm telling you, this video is going to make you a little mad. I hate to say that. I hate for you to know that, but it's true. You're gonna have a hard time liking Jimmy when this is over. I promise. Let's take a look and see what it says. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced on Tuesday that the company would be scrapping its fact-checking program, moving its moderation teams to Texas, and making Facebook more like Elon Musk's X. Zuckerberg's video was criticized by a lot of pundits as a shameless capitulation to the incoming Trump administration. In his monologue Tuesday, Jimmy Kimmel gave his own thoughts. Well, let's just say it's going to get a lot more hot with Kimmel unhappy. Kimmel is going to be real unhappy, folks, as we get ready to go into this evening. Now, why would we be talking about Kimmel, something that he put out that far back on a Monday? Well, because Jimmy Kimmel was canceled by the fires. Now, folks, let me show you this real quick. This is from Elon Musk. This is brand new, by the way. This came out yesterday. Elon Musk says, we are going to position Cybertrucks with Starlinks and free Wi-Fi in a grid pattern in the areas that most need it in the greater Los Angeles, Malibu area. Now, he's responding to this that he said, apologies to those expecting Cybertruck deliveries in California over the next few days. We need to use those trucks as mobile base stations to provide power to Starlink internet terminals in areas of LA without connectivity. A new truck will be delivered end of week. Now, folks, I know that some of you out there, you're not Elon Musk fans. And I know some of you out there, you're not Mark Zuckerberg fans, and some of you are. Some of you like Elon. Some of you like Mark Zuckerberg. Probably more of you like Elon than like Mark Zuckerberg. Fair enough, right? But I'm here to tell you, at least they do something. This guy, Jimmy Kimmel, he doesn't do anything. Jimmy Kimmel comes out and he rips into Elon Musk, now Zuckerberg. He rips into Trump all the time. He never rips anybody on the other side, by the way. If he did so, if Kimmel had a 60-40 split or even a 70-30, you know what? Heck, I will give Kimmel, if he had an 80-20 split, 80% of the time he made fun of Trump, and 20% of the time he made fun of anybody else on the other side. Fair enough, fine enough. We have looked, though. There's been polling on this. 98%, 99% of the jokes out of late night TV, not including Gutfeld, aimed at Trump, aimed at Elon, aimed in one very particular direction. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to show you what Kimmel had to say before he got canceled by the fires. But I want you to know, Elon Musk is out there moving those Cybertrucks. Brand new Cybertrucks. Now, a Cybertruck ranges anywhere from $80,000 to $120,000. And by the way, if you're going to try to harm anybody, don't do that. Don't do it with the Cybertruck either, because you saw what happened with the Trump Hotel over there in Vegas. Some idiot decided they were going to use that Cybertruck to try to make a statement, right? Big kaboom outside the hotel, was going to damage the Trump Hotel with the thing that Elon built. Unfortunately for that moron, but great for everybody else on the planet, Cybertrucks apparently don't go kaboom very well. So Elon, these Cybertrucks, they're $80,000 to $120,000, depending on if you get the foundation versus the non-foundation, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So the Cybertrucks, they're brand new. They're expensive, right? Very expensive vehicles. So Elon is taking these brand new Cybertrucks in California before they even go to their owners, and he's going to deploy them. He's going to deploy the Cybertrucks in a grid around Los Angeles, and then have those Cybertrucks carrying a Starlink device. That's the internet device that connects with the satellites he's put up there in space. Now, the reason he's doing that is so that all of the people affected by the fires, all of the people, no matter what's happened to them, whether they've lost a home or not, they're going to have internet. Firefighters are going to have internet. Doesn't matter if all of the utilities are damaged up there in the mountains and the hills. Doesn't matter. You're going to have internet, because Elon Musk is positioning these very expensive Cybertrucks. He doesn't have to do any of this, by the way. They've largely ran him out of the state of California. All of his stuff has been moved to Texas and Tennessee and Florida. Right? That's where Elon is. He's got Tesla, and to a large extent, SpaceX in Texas. He's got SpaceX in Florida. He's got XAI and the Colossus supercomputer being built and about to start in Tennessee. California, by the way, Silicon Valley could have had that Colossus supercomputer, right? That's going to be by far the most powerful supercomputer on the planet. It might triple the power of the next most powerful supercomputer, and it's going to power artificial intelligence, bring us into the next era of AI. Could have been in California. It's going to be in Tennessee. And Elon largely has been run out of California for daring to oppose the one-party system. Yet still, he's putting the Cybertrucks out there to his own expense, the Starlinks on the back of the Cybertrucks, to allow for everybody across all the mountains and everywhere to have the internet. Firefighters, you get internet. Police officers, you get internet. Those of you without homes, you get internets. All right, so let's take a look now. Understanding that, here's Kimmel. Kimmel is, he's an ABC Disney guy. So ABC puts him out there, Disney pays the paycheck. And Jimmy Kimmel, he doesn't do any of the stuff we've been talking about. He doesn't put rockets up in space and bring them down. He doesn't make electric cars. He doesn't create artificial intelligence. He goes out and he makes jokes, and usually he's wrong. Well, he does a pretty darn good Karl Malone impression, if you're into that sort of thing. Karl Malone, of course, is someone of a, he's a basketball player from the 90s and maybe the 80s, and called him the mailman. Karl Malone doesn't look like Jimmy Kimmel. I'll just say that. So here's Jimmy Kimmel. He doesn't do any of those things. Here's what Disney, the Walt Disney Company, puts out on a nightly basis and calls it late night comedy. Here we go.
Meanwhile, the bromance between Trump and Elon Musk appears to be precarious. According to the New York Times, reporter Maggie Haberman says Trump has been complaining about how much Musk has been hanging around his house. See, he really is like a son to him. Elon Musk has been renting a private cottage at Mar-a-Lago, which is about 300 feet from Trump's living quarters. Elon's bedroom is closer to Donald's than Donald's is to Melania's, just to give you an idea. They're saying that Trump hasn't had something glued this closely to his ass since the last time he sat on a box of McNuggets. Imagine being a member at Trump's gilded cheesecake factory golf course / wife graveyard, and you come down hungover after a night of listening to Lara Trump screeching karaoke. Now you're at the omelet station trying to get a spoonful of wet scrambled eggs.
You know, this sounds like the word salad, phrase salad of just unhinged left looniness. You know, this is parody. I mean, this is just parody. This isn't funny. And if you remove the laugh track, and I know he's got an audience, but it's a laugh track because they've got signs above the audience that say laugh, applause, all that. If you remove that, it's just lame. Like, this is the lowest. Well, okay. So flatulation sounds, that would be about the lowest level of comedy. And yeah, you could do the kick in the crotch, but this is right down there with that kind of stuff. There's no effort being made to make these jokes. This is just, let me say something mean about those I oppose politically, who defeated me, by the way, but who I oppose politically. Let me make mean statements about them, and then you laugh about that. He might as well be up there saying, Donald Trump is a stinky, smelly doo-doo head who lives in his stinky poo-poo castle, and Elon Musk, he likes the stinky poo-poo castle. Like, this is the level of juvenile idiocy that Disney puts out there. And this is why the advertisers are mad. And don't forget, before you say, well, some people like this. Well, you know, some people like this, but not many. Because Greg Gutfeld, according to Nielsen, is beating the pants off this guy. You know, I mean, we're talking about doubling the viewership. And Gutfeld's on a cable channel. This guy's on a network. The network is pumped in by government, government signals on the airwaves that the government mandates and controls and governs. Comes into every house in the nation, and Gutfeld is, he's only on there if you got cable. Gutfeld's beating him. This is the state of late night. We'll keep playing, but I just want you to know, and this, I would say this if it came on the other side, right? If all you did was come out there and say, Joe Biden's a stinky, smelly, blah, 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 blah. Come on. Make a joke. There's no joke in this. In fact, I'll play it back. You count. We're not going to go super far back, but we'll go a little back. You count the jokes. See if you can find a joke. Ready?
Wife graveyard, and you come down hungover after a night of listening to Lara Trump screeching karaoke. Now you're at the omelet station trying to get a spoonful of wet scrambled eggs from that sweaty pan full of hot dog water, and the world's richest EDM dork corners you to mumble about Star Trek for an hour because he lives there now. He moved in with Donald Trump.
Let's take a look real quick, folks. You might like this. This is the Tesla stock, and we're going to go to the 5-year. All right, folks, take a look at this. Tesla stock. We're not here to just nonstop praise Elon, but I just want to give you a comparison of, I want you to know the reality. Tesla stock right now, over the past 5 years, has gone up 1,138%. In other words, a lot. In fact, Tesla stock 5 years ago was at $31.88 per share. That's January 10th, 2020. All right. As of the closing on Friday, because this video is coming out, of course, before the market opens, $394, so just south of $400 per share. And again, 5 years ago, it was $31.88. All right. Take a look at Disney. Now, remember, Disney is the one, their company, Disney is the company that employs Jimmy Kimmel, because Disney owns ABC. And Jimmy Kimmel is an ABC employee who goes out there and supposedly makes jokes at night. Wish he would. Jay Leno and David Letterman and Conan O'Brien, they have political views. They're not asinine. Jimmy Kimmel is a hack. And they've destroyed late night TV. Disney, 5 years ago, comparison. Remember, we said Tesla's up over 1,000%. Disney, 5 years ago, $144 per share. Now, I want you to think about that. 5 years ago, Tesla was this little bitty electric car company, $30 per share, and Disney was $144 per share. 5 years later, Disney is $108. That's a drop of 24%, almost 25%. 24.87% to be exact. Now remember that during those 5 years, inflation has been quite incredible. Some people say that inflation has run something like 10% in those years, year after year after year. So let's say, just for the easy math, that it's about 50%. It's not quite there. Just by the virtue of the fact that the dollar is worth less, Disney has to be up by 50% if they just hold the evaluation they had 5 years ago. You dilute the value of the dollar, thus Disney's value per dollar should be up significantly, just because the dollar's worth less. And yet somehow Disney lost money. Down 25%. And by the way, the good years for Disney came when Bob Iger wasn't there. 2021 to 2022 was their best time. Iger was not the CEO. You compare that to Tesla, there is no comparison. No comparison. But we're all supposed to pretend that Jimmy Kimmel is a genius. Jimmy Kimmel's he's just a genius. Let's listen to some more.
I mean, that's $83,000 a month well spent, isn't it? They say Elon walks in and just joins any meeting, whether he's invited to the... He's Trump's Kramer, bursting through the door. But somehow...
Now, folks, as he does this, I just want you to pay attention. You know, the audience is very enthusiastic about Kimmel. And what you need to know about this is they have signs for the blithering idiots who are out there in the audience watching Kimmel. Those who have been shipped in, right? They've got signs that say, like, laugh, applause, all that, because you're too dumb to really know what to do. So when he makes these things, when he's like, Elon is Kramer, it's not funny. I mean, you wouldn't laugh at that. But these people, they're like seals. So he says, Elon's like Kramer, and it says applaud and laugh, and they go, and that's and then they put this out. They just put this out. Like, this is not Johnny Carson. This is not Jay Leno. This is not David Letterman. This is not Conan O'Brien. It's nowhere even close. This is late night debased.
Now, all the other billionaire tech boys are jealous, including the CEO of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, who's been kissing Trump's ass like it's the Blarney Stone lately. Mark Zuckerberg showed up to debase himself at Mar-a-Lago shortly after the election. Today, he released a suspiciously Trump-friendly announcement.
Which, by the way, terrifies Jimmy Kimmel. And it terrifies Jimmy Kimmel because X is exceedingly popular. X is dominating them. And so the fear is, well, if Facebook, which is on the decline in my estimation, if Facebook and Instagram copy X, then they might also dominate, right? They're terrified of the new media. They're terrified of YouTube. They're terrified of you because you won't watch them anymore. So they're mad. They're mad at Zuckerberg and they're saying, don't do this. Don't do this, Zuck. Come on, man. Come on, man. Do what we want you to do. Be controlled by us. They're like little gnats trying to control a lion. Man, they have no chance. Let me tell you something. Kimmel is like the hall monitor who has been put in detention and he's just waiting for his suspension. Disney's going to kick him out. Wait and see.
Hey, everyone. I want to talk about something important today.
What, the fact that you're dressed like a Molly dealer from Chechnya? No? Oh, okay, go on.
First, we're going to get rid of fact checkers and replace them with community notes similar to X, starting in the US.
Oh, good. Facebook's going to be similar to X.
Which terrifies them. By the way, the fact checkers, those were always political organizations. And those political organizations, they were used to determine what you were allowed to say online, which is to say, you did not have free speech for the last few years because fact checkers decided what was okay and what was not okay. And the fact checkers were political organizations completely and utterly aligned with one very far left opinion. And thus, why your opinion didn't matter. Jimmy, though, the Disney paid for tiny tyrant of late night TV, he hates this. He hates this. He hates that you're allowed to have an opinion.
Now, no fact checkers. This is like Del Taco announcing they're done with health inspections.
Jimmy Kimmel might only be able to afford Del Taco real soon.
simplify our content policies and get rid of a bunch of restrictions on topics like immigration and gender that are just out of touch with mainstream discourse.
What did Trump do to this woman? What has
Misgendering is now funny on Disney's ABC with Jimmy Kimmel.
happened? Imagine being one of the wealthiest people in the world and making the decision to announce the end of truth as we know it while dressed as Macklemore in 2014.
Says the man who dressed like Karl Malone, the mailman from the NBA, and watched women gyrate voluptuously. Those were the juggies that helped lift one Mr. Kimmel. And, well, we wish he would take himself and his not-so-funny humor and humor somebody else, because advertisers are not humored by the loss of the ratings.
Finally, we're going to work with President Trump to push back on governments around the world that are going after American companies and pushing to censor more.
We call it the old suck and zuck. That is...
And there's Jimmy Kimmel making a bedroom joke on the Disney paycheck because someone dared spout forth that they want American values like free speech to ring out through the world. That's Jimmy Kimmel for you. There's Disney for you. Disney, how you feeling about this? You like it, Disney? Kimmel right here. He's not putting Cybertrucks around and creating a grid and giving the internet to people losing homes and houses. He's just there to be like a little mosquito to, leach out the blood from the people actually doing stuff. That's Kimmel.
That's embarrassing. I'm trying to decide which part is worse. Mark Zuckerberg just flushing whatever dignity he had down Trump's golden toilet, or the fact that he's clearly transitioning into one of the golden girls.
I would like to congratulate Kimmel on learning how to use Photoshop. His crew is really, really impressive. Look at that. Look at that. They managed to take Zuck and put him on the Golden Girls. Boy, they're really spending a lot of time, but, Anyway, I'm not here to defend Elon nonstop and Zuck nonstop. I just want you to know, Kimmel's not funny. And if you're wondering why the ratings are gone, this is clearly it. This is just hyper-partisan nonsense. These aren't really jokes. It's just making politically abrasive, divisive statements and then hoping that one side is so intellectually lowbrow that they will just gobble this up because you're making fun of the people they don't like. You're not good at it. It's not impressive, but you're just doing it. You're just doing it. That's Kimmel. Folks, of course, the bottom line here is that Jimmy Kimmel is a complete and utter useless loser that has tanked Disney's standing, and I don't think that Disney can be standing him much longer. Now, I know that Disney is filled with loonies. I know that Disney is filled with a bunch of ideologues, but they can't go on forever. They can't go on for so long, letting someone just spout vitriol. And basically, we're getting to the point now where Jimmy Kimmel comes across as kind of anti-American. When Jimmy Kimmel is mocking Zuckerberg for wanting to push free speech around the world, I gotta say, you're pretty much in the authoritarian commie category, Jimmy. And that's no surprise, because Jimmy will be whatever Jimmy thinks he needs to be in order to get a rise out of, the folks that he agrees with. And the folks he agrees with is anybody who'll give him some money that day. Kimmel made his rise, by the way, with juggies. Those are voluptuous women who were on TV and jumping on a trampoline, and he watched them, and it was part of this, the man show. That's Jimmy Kimmel. That's how he got his thing. But nowadays, he just makes fun of people who actually do things. He just makes fun of people who are more influential than him, and he pretends that he's in the cool kids club. But the truth is, he's just the hall monitor who got kicked out. And he's sitting there in detention, waiting for Disney to give him his suspension. Folks, that's the video for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Click the like button, share, subscribe. And folks, also drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts on this situation. We'd love to hear them, and we'll be happy to cover them as best we can. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
Here's what say. You'd better hang on to your feathers, little
What are
bird.
you listening to?
They need to put you in the show.
What? Jose, what are you listening to? You don't even have ears.
Vacation Radio 24/7. Original music on YouTube. Vacation Radio. WDW Pro Music Channel.
I have no idea what you're saying. But if you want to be listening to music, you should head over to Vacation Radio 24/7 on YouTube. One of the 100 other channels WDW Pro's been working on. Oh, and I have a song for you, Jose. Jose Cowabunga. He is Jose Cowabunga.
He's Jose.
That one seems a little bit foreign to you.